All right, guys, welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. And I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, my eyes playing tricks on me? Yes, this is a Dodge Charger with a truck bed on the back. And I mean, unless you've been under a rock, you've probably heard about Smyth UTEs. These guys are kicking out some killer hybrid cars. You know, they do Volkswagens, Passats, they got a new bug one. And they're making these Dodge Charger Utes, or the side of the trailer park I came from, El Caminos. I love these things, the lines on this thing. This is a cool ride from way back. And my buddy Thomas, I've watched him online building this thing, and I mean, he's took it to the next level. This car, you know, they only made 1,000 of these cars in 2007. This is a real Super B 6.1 SRT, Brembo brakes. I mean, just a bad car. And what does he do? He cuts it in half. I love it. He's a man after my own heart. And by doing that, he's got a custom ride that you're not going to see that many of. There's probably less than 100 of these things on the road anyway. And I don't know, I really like it. I've always been a big kit car guy. I've always had a fascination with kit cars, and I kind of put this in the kit car family of things. This is a little kind of a hybrid, a donor car for it, but I love kit cars. Now, I catch myself looking at them, and I feel it in my near future that I'm going to buy I've never owned a kit car, like a true kit car. And like, I don't want a Diablo or, you know, fake Lamborghini like that or something. Like there's one kit car that sticks out in my mind. And when I saw this, I love these. And I could see myself doing something like this too, but probably one of my all-time favorite cars. Every time we do Q&A on Instagram or do anything like that, everybody always asks, what's your favorite car? You know, what's your all-time favorite car, you know? And I mean, you know, God, I might have owned hundreds of cars. I mean, my favorite car is the next one coming in every week. One car that I've always liked, and because me being a child of the 80s, I've always loved the McBurney Daytonas, just like the one Don Johnson drove in Miami Vice. I love those cars. I'm not a Ferrari guy. I'm not a supercar guy at all, even remotely. Matter of fact, I was talking to Ed last night about a Ferrari Modena 360, and he goes, this is an excellent choice and a great investment. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool. Anyway, show me that Chevelle. It is my bag. But I love that classic Ferrari styling. The only other Ferrari kit car that really kind of blew my skirt up was the one from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Was it the 250 GT California? I love that car too. But back to the Daytonas, you know, so a little brief history. You know, the Ferrari Daytona is a million plus dollar car. I mean, they're anywhere between, I think about $600K for a real one. You know, V12, absolutely beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous cars. They make coupes and they make convertibles, and they're absolutely gorgeous, but they are extremely well known for being very, very unreliable. It's kind of fun. I was actually watching Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld, and he broke one out, and it made it a block and a half and broke down, and on the side of the road. You know, the joke is, how can you spot a fake Daytona from a real Daytona? If it's driving down the road, odds are it's a fake one. And the thing that's crazy is they actually made less of the fake Daytonas than they did the real Daytonas. It's kind of a conspiracy theory thing if you want to really dig into it. We talked about this on the radio show. I'm a bit of a story nerd anyway, so, and I kind of like it. And I like these McBurney cars, you know, but where'd they come from? And, you know, McBurney built boats down in Florida. You know, he's a fiberglass guy. And, you know, we got fiberglass guys right here. They'll pull a plug off anything, and you know, they'll start popping them out. He had a shop that was restoring a Ferrari Daytona, and back then it wasn't a real big money car, early 80s. But, you know, they were still pretty expensive. They were restoring it, and they had the body off on a rotisserie, and old buddy borrowed it for the weekend, and they pulled a mold off of it. Next thing you know, they were looking for a donor chassis. So how do you make the perfect Ferrari? You put more GM parts in it. They set it on a C3 Corvette. It handled well, V8, good horsepower. They actually did extremely well. Well, you know, like I said, they used one in Miami Vice, and Ferrari got so bent out of shape over Miami Vice, calling this car a Ferrari, and nobody really knowing the difference. that they actually gave them a Ferrari Testarossa to use if they would blow that car up on camera, the McBurney car. Ferrari ended up suing McBurney and basically all but put him out of business. And then shortly after, his shop burnt to the ground. He never rebuilt. So I always thought that was kind of funny how that kind of all fell together. You still see some of the McBurney cars pop up. Some are better than others. Most of them are done like Miami Vice clones. Really neat cars. The one dead giveaway is the A-pillar on the McBurney cars. You can tell it's the A-pillar off a C3 Corvette. It's a little bit different than the Ferrari, but really all in all, it's pretty damn spot on. And he made a gorgeous kit. It's also 4 inches longer than a Ferrari Daytona. I was actually reading an article in Kit Car magazine, and it said that most people, when they park a real Daytona and a McBurney Daytona side by side, they thought the McBurney Daytona actually looked better than the real Daytona because they thought it was kind of stubby looking. Either way, they're still beautiful. Both of them are beautiful cars, and I really, really, really would love to find a nice one. You know, I'm like, I've been eyeballing them. For some reason, a lot of the cars were sold out of Florida, and there's still a few floating around in Florida, but now they're all over the country. I was looking at one, matter of fact, in Illinois just the other month. And this one was really cool because they LS swapped it. So, I mean, that would be a fun one. And that's what I like about these kit cars, because you can drive and enjoy it. I mean, like the Copo clone Camaro. You know, are you going to drive a $600,000 Camaro? No, but the man in Maryland that bought it, he's going to absolutely love riding around in that big block Camaro that 98% of America would never know the difference in. I don't know. I think I like the Ferrari because of the prestige, but it's just such a sexy car. I love that styling. I'm a C3 Vet fan. I mean, I own one. I own a 68. I'm looking at it right now. Like, I like those. And I think it's kind of neat. Normal people's never going to own a car like that. And if you do, you're not going to drive it. You're not going to enjoy it. It's like the guys that own real Shelby Cobras. And then you got companies like Factory 5 and on Superformance and whatnot making these kits. So it's actually a really cool way to get your hands dirty. And these kits right here, to get back on the Ute thing, these things are really user-friendly. There's actually videos all over the tube. They're building these things in a weekend. You know, I mean, they're not doing paint work, but they're actually building these things in a weekend. That's pretty cool. And I mean, you got something that's totally different. You know, you can kind of go out in left field and make it wild, or make it mild, or whatever you want to do. I mean, you got guys cutting up old cop cars. Dodge Charger cop cars are making these things. You know, got the big cow pusher on the front, all that stuff still. So that's kind of wild too. And I mean, you can pick up Dodge Charger cop cars now. $2,500, $3,000. So, hey, you never know. You might even catch me in a faux Rari sometime. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars. It's got a straw holder in it.
I mean, I'm surprised Don Johnson doesn't call you and want to go for a ride.
Maybe he has. Wise ass. Love it. What year's the Charger? 7. 7.
You know how many?
What's the name of the color?
Yellow.
Detonator yellow.
Detonator yellow.
Detonator yellow.
Detonator yellow.
You ready?
This one right now, it's like 8:30 and a half actually, because we took some of it off. You ready? All right, guys, welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. How long's that one?
9 minutes.
Love it. It's good enough for me. I'm done. I'm done, mama.